The year's 2018. The last superhero movies in theaters were Thor Ragnarok and the Black Panther. Infinity War was coming up, and between all the excitement was possibly the worst superhero movie of the decade. The Justice League.
Oh God, the Justice League, not the Justice League. Oh yeah, are we gonna? Last time we talked about the Justice League, people got angry. Justice League was a horrible, horrible movie in 2018, and everybody says, well, it's Joss Whedon's fault and the studio's fault. I mean, honestly, are we really gonna say that it probably just didn't have a good script? It probably just had two directors. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why the movie was sucked, but just remember,
Chris Terrio and Zack Snyder wrote the dang thing.
Yeah, so a lot of what he originally wanted was in there. I feel like he's the kind of guy that at a press conference, when the press is rolling and he hears good reactions, he just starts going with it. So he makes up shit. Like, the plan for the original Justice League, the way he envisioned it before things happened, still sounds like a bad movie. So, why would you want that? I don't know. But this is us talking about how bad the Justice League is that we got in 2018.
You remember Batman vs. Superman?
It wasn't a good movie either. And I hear it now. Well, once the director's cut got released, we got extra footage, which...
It's better, but it's not good.
It's better. I mean, it clears up a couple of plot holes, but it's still a bad movie. Yeah. I mean,
It's not something you go back and watch.
I've seen it a few times. The last time I watched it was to review it for a video. But let's get started in on this Justice League destroying video. What are your first thoughts on the Justice League movie in whole?
Just for you people who really want the Snyder Cut to be good, I feel like there might be a good movie buried very, 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 very deep inside this movie. But I don't think Zack Snyder's the guy who can bring it out. They need, Steven Spielberg or something, and that's not going to happen.
Well, let's talk about some of the good things in the movie, because there were good things in this movie. I felt like, they had a bad guy that might not have been the best CGI, but they had a bad guy that was definitely worth bringing the team together. Now...
Not really.
Yes, Steppenwolf was stronger than any one of them.
Superman...
Yeah, but...
clapped him.
We're not going to talk about Superman yet.
Easy.
Because he happens because of the movie.
Still.
He was such a bad threat they had to bring Superman in.
Yeah, but... He shouldn't have... That was a huge plot hole in this movie.
The worst part...
That made it bad.
The worst part about Steppenwolf was the CGI.
They should have been able to handle him without Superman, and then they should have seen the bigger threat, and that's when they knew they needed Superman.
Yeah, but... No. I think that the fact that they did really have a real threat, going for the mother boxes, was a good plot.
There's not a team movie, though. It's not a team movie. It's a Superman movie at the very end. The team doesn't matter. That's everything I learned. This movie's bad. Bad. Not a team movie.
We can't do a whole video on it just being garbage.
Bad.
We have to give it good.
Bad.
We have to give it good stuff, too.
Then make it a good movie.
Now, last night you watched it and you said...
I think it's better than I remembered, and I did like some stuff, but that's bad.
But let's talk about the good stuff.
Alright, I like the scene with the lasso. Some of the Flash's jokes were nice. They made me crackle and snicker.
Okay. So
Wonder Woman, the scene with the, heist and the bomb, that was good. That was enjoyable. But, where did her speed come from? Now she's the Flash.
Well, she's not that fast.
Bruh, she literally, an automatic gun.
No, because you can see Superman being much faster than her.
Yeah, but,
she's always...
She never uses that speed ever again.
Okay. Yeah, she did. She did use that speed in the first movie.
Okay, but not that.
She watched bullets go by. If you can watch a bullet go by, and if a bullet can go past your head and you can turn and see it, you can dodge them.
But no, it was an automatic gun. That was
No, look at the start of that scene. When
an automatic gun, she's spinning around blocking. That didn't make sense.
Maybe she got faster over time. It's been 100 years. Superman got stronger once he developed his powers and realized he had them and could expand upon them. Come on.
What's his name was Commissioner Gordon, that was nice. J.K. Simmons, that was nice to see with his bald head. But he had a hairpiece.
So are him and Morpheus gonna start a fight for best newspaper?
Yeah. So here's the real question, though. What do you think about Batflag?
I thought he was a good Batman. I thought he looked the part. He was beefy. I think his muffled voice was kind of stupid that they did, that they always try to do. But I mean, we know we liked Batman playing that role from Batman vs Superman. His reasonings in that movie were stupid, but as far as an actor playing the role, he did a good job. He did a good job in this movie. It's just, I mean, when you're going up against gods, I mean, really, what use is a Batman?
He's not a god.
He's not very good.
He is a bad villain.
Okay, but he was part of the new gods.
I mean, he was exiled.
Yeah, but he was part of
exiled.
He was still
exiled.
But he was still
exiled.
Oh God.
It's a bad movie.
No, it's not. There's some good stuff. I told you to watch Cinema Wins.
What's the good thing?
I said watch Cinema Wins so you can get a positive view of this movie.
What's the good?
The good is...
Give me your goods.
Okay, there's a lot of really goods in this video. First off, there's some good acting.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Said,
Jason
Wonder
Momoa.
Woman, you can complain about her having a bit more of a power-up, but... I mean, she was doing pretty good against...
I just think she should have used it more. I'm not even mad that she had it. It's just they used it one time.
But she didn't have Flash speed, and that's what everybody misunderstands. Superman was way faster than her when she tried.
I mean, she didn't really use her speed, though.
She tried, and it got destroyed.
No.
She's faster than a human,
Yeah.
but she is not Flash-level speed.
She's faster than bullets.
That's not Flash-level speed.
I mean... He didn't really get fast in this movie.
He did get kind of fast at one point in time. And how about this? He's so fast he's running around the silo and she sees it, but she can't reach it. But he's just like that.
She's falling.
Yeah, well, thought she had to... Flash could fall fast.
I don't think his... I mean, he could, kick like he's swimming, but,
He'd fall fast, okay? I've seen this guy. He's a dork. He'd fall fast.
I don't know about all that.
Or fast fall.
Keep going with your good.
Trying to think of things.
Do you not have anything else good?
No.
Just the acting?
Well, there's this one part with the Lasso scene, and it was comedic genius. And my man. But
I did one thing. I think they did one thing good.
Lois Lane was in the movie.
No. They just threw her in. She should have been in it more because she's the third top credited. But the Flash, he has to eat a lot to be able to go fast. I thought that was smart because that's
Except they didn't really show that a whole lot.
I mean, they brought it up twice.
Just saying he should be...
Because they were arguing. He's like, "Is this a bad time to remind you I need food?"
How do you pay to feed him? Does he just steal the pizzas?
Maybe. I mean, Bruce Wayne's paying the bills now, so...
Yeah, but you can't just get enough fast food for him.
For you DC fans, movie fanboy types, what was the point of Batman's tactical suit? I never understood why he had it, or why he had the little glasses in it, that he, even folds down. What was the point of that? It didn't make sense.
I don't know.
It didn't do anything special.
I felt like the half-assed love romance thing between Batman and Wonder Woman was sweet. There's a good part of the movie that they kind of just didn't do much with.
You know what I want to see more of in the Snyder Cut? Cyborg. We barely see him, and I don't know. It was weird. I think if they would have put more of him, it would have been better. And I think part of him is they want you to feel bad for him, but they don't give you anything to feel bad about because it never shows him feeling sad or anything. It's just, I'm this big metal man, feel bad for me.
I think he was upset because he was a big metal man.
Sounds like a him problem.
I think he wanted to die.
Yeah, but I mean, they did a bad job of showing it.
Well, I mean, I have a problem anytime Miles Dyson's involved with robots, but that's just me. I have a lot of concerns about this. Is it ethical? Probably not. And I think the movie tried to make us feel like it's not ethical to bring someone back to life if their life's going to be different, even if it does give them superpowers.
Superman was the same.
Yeah.
But in the Snyder Cut, he's different. He has a black suit. Very different.
Very different, because AT&T bought them and was like, let's do it with the black suit.
We're about to get hate.
Yeah, I don't know. There are good things about this movie, like the getting the team together. That was kind of, standard getting the team together montage. I mean, this movie's a very by-the-numbers movie.
All they needed was the Flash, though.
I mean, the Flash...
Because he's the one who tapped the mother box to spark it. That's all they needed.
The Flash in this movie was...
Flash and Lois Lane.
I think he was pretty funny. Like I said, he was kind of going to be the guy that was witty and funny and a dork. They did make him seem super dorky. Maybe even on the point of being a little too much dorky. Hopefully that can be fixed later on in the Justice League movies. I think when you look at Wonder Woman in this movie... I think, it's kind of, like I said, she had some good fight scenes. She did good. She didn't,
She fought the most, I think.
Some people complained that she was a little overpowered.
I think she was underpowered.
In this movie, but,
in combat she was underpowered, but her speed is dumb.
I just think she's not as strong or as fast as Superman, and it showed it when, my favorite scene, and it's only for the music, is when they brought him back to life, and they're all fighting him, and the Flash comes at him, and you hear the original Superman soundtrack from, the 70s play, and, it's stepping down. It feels distorted. It feels like something's not quite right, and that was cool.
I feel like it's dumb the reason Superman got mad. All they could come up with was, hey, we're going to have Cyborg accidentally shoot at him. That was bad.
I didn't understand that. I didn't understand.
If that's the same in the Snyder Cut, he should be
I don't
blacklisted.
think that scene will be in the Snyder Cut. I think that's going to be completely different.
I hope so.
That was
bad.
probably a Josh Whedon scene, to be honest with you. Because Lois Lane being the secret weapon was kind of dumb.
I mean, it made sense.
Because what if he'd ripped her in half because he didn't remember who she was? I mean, you'd have been down a Lois Lane... and you didn't have kryptonite on hand. I mean,
Yeah, that was a big mistake, too.
Always have kryptonite on hand.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this movie failed when it came to Cyborg's power set. And the fact that, the guy playing Cyborg, he's not going to be in any more of them. So it's like there goes character continuity. And it's not that he had a bad performance. I mean, he did look bad CGI. I think
it's not his fault.
Really hard to get good looking CGI, because with half your face being CGI and that one part that's real,
I think his face was the best part of it.
Yeah, but
his body was bad.
His body was bad, but having the CGI body and then just a little piece of human face doesn't look natural. You can see it in Marvel with Iron Man being photoshopped on top of a Tony
Infinity War.
Yeah, so anytime you get CGI that's human touching it, sometimes if you do a bad job, it looks weird and awkward, and that's what that is. The Flash's suit looked good. We got the Green Lantern teases in this movie.
Yeah.
So fuck you guys. Why tease them and not put them in? I'm just saying. I think they tried to rush this movie. We should have had a backstory movie so we could care about these characters. And I think that's the main thing about it, is do we really even care about any of the characters in this movie? Wonder Woman and Batman are the only two characters you really care about. I mean, everybody liked Jason Momoa because he's a great actor, but did you really even care about Aquaman? His movie came after the Justice League, so maybe put his movie before.
I think their biggest problem, this is for the whole DCEU, is they didn't do any world building. They just went straight for Justice League.
Yeah, and I'd like to point out, the first story they're going to tell with Justice League was going to be, let's say Zack Snyder's cut is going to be everything. The first story they're going to tell is their biggest. That's what you're leading with. Because do you think Marvel just led with Thanos coming in and wrecking shit? No.
Exactly.
They waited 19 movies.
You didn't even see them until after everybody had their own movie that was in the first one, except for the kind of side characters. And then Iron Man had 2 movies by the point they made just 1 team movie. So you actually cared about these characters going in.
You cared about them, and that was just, they were so trying to play catch up in this whole movie that they just
Everything
out there.
went wrong.
And Zack Snyder is not the greatest director out there.
Oh, we're canceled.
Oh, yeah, we're canceled. He sucks as a director. He's made, I think The Watchmen was great, but 300 sucked. It was just a visual masterpiece, is what they called it.
I enjoyed
So they
that
didn't
movie.
say it was a good movie for its story. They've all said it's a visual masterpiece. Well, congratulations, you made something that looked really cool. But for people that like plot, they were bored for 2.5 hours.
I enjoyed it. It was alright.
Yeah.
It could have been a lot worse.
Could have been a lot worse. I think when you see how bumbled Superman versus Batman was, there was backlash. And so the studio was scared with Justice League. So maybe they changed a lot of stuff that shouldn't have got changed. But then at the same time, it's like they were rushing. And they rushed too far, too quick.
Yeah. I think they need to follow in Godzilla's footsteps. The first movie, it came out, and people were like, this is Godzilla's movie, and it's crap. We saw him for like 5 minutes total. They wanted to change. So then, they're like, alright, and they actually listened to the fans, and then came Godzilla King of the Monsters. And that movie was great. You saw him all the time. So they actually listened to the fans and made a good product. I don't think the DCEU even cares. They're just like, we're doing our own thing because Zack Snyder's here. And it's ruining them.
Yeah,
badly.
and now they've invited J.J. Abrams to head this monstrosity. How do you get so lucky?
He's just doing Superman. Like the multiverse, not the same thing because, we're going to have the movies that aren't part of it and the movies that are part of it and whatever you like. You don't even understand the timeline. It's just here. All right?
Yeah, they have really fumbled. It's like the cartoons. When you have the superhero cartoons, there's like 3 different versions of the Avengers or 3 different versions of Justice League from like different time periods. So it's like it's weird, and I don't know. It's gonna make money as long as people go watch it. Even if
maybe we should just not go watch it.
Well, you're not gonna get to go watch the Zack Snyder movie.
Yeah.
You got to have HBO Max.
Yep, coming out Friday.
This movie's huge. A lot of people are looking forward to it. I think it could be a lot better than the original Justice League. There's a handful of scenes in the original Justice League that were good, but there were nightmare things, like the Batcrawler, which is going to be back in this movie. So, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think Batman being an old, worn-out, broken Batman really hurts these movies because, I do like Ben Affleck being Batman, but at the same time, I really don't like the fact that he's already done everything.
Yeah.
It's like, they make Penguin references and Joker references, and it's like,
And now we have a Batman movie that's not even related. We have a Joker movie not even related. We're about to have Superman that's not even related. According to some people, Wonder Woman 84 is not even in the timeline. What's going on?
I don't know. I think in the community for the DC, a lot of people just speculate and they hope for the best. Like, they hang on to these crazy theories. It's like, this is true. This is truth. We're going to, and it's like, oh, man. I will say this. They willed Zack Snyder's Justice League cut into existence because he said something and people rumored about it. Then they're like, we really don't have anything. And then people's like, we really want something. So they did.
Let's just hope it's not bad.
Oh, it's going to be bad.
But I think that's it for us. So what are you going to give this out of 1 out of 10? What would you rank the original Justice League?
We didn't even really talk about the original Justice League.
We did some.
You just said it was bad.
It is bad.
But, there are scenes that are cool in it. Like, I'll tell you this. My favorite scene are these, there's these people that live underwater in the Justice League movie, and they're called the Atlanteans. And what's
really
what's really cool about them is they don't have to, they can breathe in water and they can swim super fast and all this, but to communicate, they create pockets of air around them. And that was just the most ridiculous horse shit I've ever seen.
Thought you were saying something good.
It turned into something bad, I'm sorry.
Well,
I tried.
I don't think Daniel has a rating, I guess. I give it a 4 out of 10. I think that's... Snyder Cut has a lot of potential to be better, but this movie, no.
I give it 2 plumbuses.
2 plumbuses out of plumbuses.
Yes, it gets 2 plumbuses.
But that's going to do it for us. This is a very negative video because it's a very negative movie. But if you'd like to see more content that's probably happy, click the videos that are going to be at the end of this video. And while you're hanging around our channel, make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment. Let us know what you thought about the original Justice League. Did you like it? What did you think was good about it? And most importantly, while you're down there, be sure to punch that bell button. It tells you every time we post a new video. And any parting words, Daniel?
Yes. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Links down below in the description.
Later, guys.
Peace out.